Hello from the dung heap, everybody. These are my friends. A lot of
Hi,
them.
friends.
There he is. Hi, sweetie.
Hello. Good morning, everybody.
And we're live. Hello. SPTV. Hello. Hi. I'm just stumbling in here like, here I am. Hi, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Fun day Sunday. Hello, everybody. So, here we are. Here we are. A lot happening. Good to see you all coming in. Hi to everybody. Anybody watching on the replay, please hit the like if you don't mind. Leave a comment. That'd be great. And we've got Clear Water Chat. Hello there, friend. Good to see you. And Corn Free popped in to give Marilyn an early like. Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm just going to start some things as I go along. I don't have anybody in StreamYard today, so just bear with me, guys. I'm a little bit of a hot mess, but I'm here. We're here. Yeah. Ison, hey there. Hello. Steffi Bauer, hello there. I got a snippet from one live stream. Where can I send it to? If you want to send anything to me, you can email me at coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com. And yeah, I'll take a look at it. Okay, I'm going to start some of that. Yay, Chrissy never in. Morning with Marilyn. Cubs, yes, all my Cubs. There. We got Joel back. Mena, hi there. Fluffer Squirrel, UK. Good to see you all. Stasia, Flonase, from a Poet. Hi there, friend. Mother of Cats. Hello, hello. I'm just going to start some more things. Okay. Oh, is that in the thumbnail? Well, you never know. You never know. Not sure about that. Okay. We've got Sharon T. Lori Plays. Hello there. Misbehaving. Joel McCoyne. Hello. Cooler by the Lake. Good to see you all. I wish I could shout everyone out. Martin guitar. Yes, that is a Martin guitar. I do know that. Yeah, in the intro. That's my son Austin. Yes. That's his favorite acoustic. He's got a few. And then he's got a lot of electric guitars. And I think his favorite electric is the Les Paul. It's a Gibson, right? Les Paul, and it's the Slash version. It has it's probably not a real autograph, but it has Slash's autograph on it, or at least his signature. Howdy, 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 Poe on the go. Good to see you. It has a Martin headstock. Yep, it is a Martin. I had to ask him because I forget these things, and people ask me, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. We got L.A. Lily. Hello, hello. A girl. Hi there. And Solicitous. Good to see you. Tanuli. Good to see everybody. And we got Vintage Mama of 3. Thanks so much for the super chat. Morning all. Morning, Mama Bear. Good morning, Vintage Mama of 3. Great to see you. Oh, we got Sharon T. We got so many people in here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Yeah, my biscuits are burning. I'll be honest, guys. I'm, my heart's a little heavy today. So, yeah, just bear with me. I've been thinking about doing a stream on emotional intelligence for a while, and I'm just gonna give a disclaimer. I don't have my legal my I haven't consulted my legal consultant about this, but, my disclaimer, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I my legal consultant that I consult is, Joseph J. Joseph, and, he made an appearance here yesterday morning. So, if you watch the first 5 minutes of my stream yesterday, you'll know who I'm talking about. Uh, yeah, there's some things that I do wanna talk about, some things that I don't wanna talk about, and I won't. Um, as far as emotional intelligence goes, I certainly am not qualified to tell you how to be, what it is, and all that. Most of these and pretty much all of these morning musings that I come up with, talking about different concepts and different subjects are things that I'm kinda learning myself. So, yeah, I'm just basically sharing with you some of the things that I'm working on, some of the things that I, need to consider myself in my own recovery. So that's why, we share things, we talk about things, and I like to just be open with you all on things that I'm thinking about. As I've been doing this study, I was not planning, if anybody saw, I did change the thumbnail at the last minute. I'm not trying to get clicks or anything. It was just my regular morning musings thumbnail, and then, I was catching up on some streams, looking at some things, some people sent me clips, and, unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever, I found, one example of something I wanna show you, um, and I'm not trying to be sensational. I'm not trying to, bash anybody or whatever. I'm just putting it out there. And I think this is an example of, to me, how I don't want to be. So, for whatever it's worth, you listen to it and you tell me what you think. I don't want any ad hominem attacks. I don't, let's be mature about this, guys. I just think that this is an example of something that we can look at and think about. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this. And you let me know if you can hear it. And I may stop it here and there. I'm going to play probably about, I don't know, 5 to 8 minutes or so of it, but I'll stop and we'll talk about it. This is fair use. So, and I will put the description. Oh, I'm sorry. I will put the link in the description below. I didn't get a chance to, but I will do that as soon as we're done. And this is Critical Conversations, and this is from last night, and it's yes, 5/24. So it was 2 nights ago. Oh, Friday night. Yes. Sorry about that. 2 nights ago. All right, let's go.
But first, I wanted to sort of plug in or insert here a little section of the week of things I want to sort of quickly run down or run over or talk about. Just because I have a platform and a microphone and I get to do that. And if you want to hear it, you get to hear it. And if you don't, well, then fine, you don't have to. Lucy, I guess I'm complaining to do. No, not really. I mean, I actually want to validate the hell out of Apostate Alex right now for what he's doing in Paris, boots on the ground, organizing protest there, because I support what Alex is doing, and I support what Jeff Beaumont, PTS for Life, is doing, and I want to sort of clarify myself, maybe, admit to change, that sort of thing as well. I'm not trying to say I'm right about everything all the time, but I am going to complain a little bit here for a moment about this protesting thing, because I have people come to my channel and tell me that I owe the protesters an apology because I'm so out of it. And if I really cared, I would get up off my ass and go do something about it. And after 10 years of doing this work right here on this microphone, interviewing people, spilling my guts, sharing my story, helping people one-on-one, I am sick and tired of people coming and lecturing me about how I'm not doing enough. These are people who have no concept of who they are talking to or what I've been up to. And I'm not even putting myself on some pedestal like I'm better than everybody else. Just know who you're talking to, right? 10 years. It's very, very annoying to be lectured at by people who just found out about Scientology, about how little I'm doing about it. So
and they're
anybody,
like, a lot of them were never ins, right?
Yeah. And these are people who have no concept of what any of this is even about.
Yeah.
So
okay. So what are we saying here? What are we saying here? If you're never in, you don't know anything about theology, you have no concept. I will talk about this later about, never ends. I feel like I want to be respectful of survivors of Scientology. I don't act like a know-it-all. I don't I'm not trying to tell him what to, what to think, what to do, but pointing out how he's basically attacking the protesters and never ends, and now he's kind of doubling down, and you'll see as we go along. Yeah, I just don't think it's a good look at all.
that gets real old real fast. And I'm just going to put that out there. Now, having said that and gotten that off my chest, I do want to, and I've always wanted to, validate and be happy with and congratulatory of and promoting and supporting protests that I think of as constructive, productive activities, which is why all the way back to last year, before any of this even really started happening, I was supporting Alex and arguing with other people in this space about the need and goodness of what he was doing there. And yet I have some critical words about people yelling and screaming obscenities at Sea Org members, because that's bullshit to do. You just don't do that to other human beings, period, much less cult members, and expect that you think you're the good guy. That's not being the good guy.
Well, it doesn't work.
Exactly my point, because it doesn't work. All it does is make them more cult members and make people around you think you're a moron. So that still happens to this day. Right now, today, that's happening. And the people who do that not only didn't want to talk to me, publicly humiliated me for reaching out to them. This guy, William. So I'm supposed to be impressed by that. I'm supposed to apologize to these people for that.
Okay, I stopped it there. I just want to address a few things before we get back into it. Do I even want to? Do I even want to look at him? Yeah, know who you're talking to. And yeah, some guy named William. I mean, what? It's just bizarre to me. I'm gonna just see what you guys have to say about it, because I just have no words. I have no words. Oh, we got Lori Plays. Hey there. That's right, Chris. We were never in, but we are still doing something outside the comfort of our own homes. Mic drop there. Oh, we got this guy. Growing up in Scientology. Hey, Ron. Know who you're talking to. I'm the Chris Shelton, critical thinker at large. Put some respect on my name. Yeah, know who you're talking to. Wow. Wow, the arrogance. The arrogance. So just so dang smug. Yeah. From a poet. Hey there, Brian. Comment. This reminds me of one of my favorite quotes, to paraphrase. Sometimes you should shut up and be thought an idiot than to open your mouth and prove it. Right. Yes. Yeah, it's better to be thought an idiot than to speak up and remove all doubt. Is that another way to put it? Yeah. Nikolai Youngson. Comment. Chris Shelton and the rest of the self-appointed saints all forget the crocodile rule. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth to listen more than we speak. Yeah, it's just, I wasn't even planning on bringing any clips up, but I'm going to bring them up as examples, because it's just really sad, and it's a perfect example of complete tone deafness, complete lack of social skills, complete lack of, we'll go through the whole gamut of the types of aspects of social and I'm sorry, I can't even talk. Social and emotional intelligence, right? And this guy he does not exhibit those at all. So, yeah, Adrian. So we never ends can't understand what Scientology is about. What the hell? Right. And he goes on to say that he actually likes the fact that people are doing parodies about him because they'll bring them to my channel. Because you know why he needs us to bring people to his channel? Because he's alienated a huge group of people. The never ends, right? Is he doing himself any favors? No. Is he doing Alex any favors? No. Is he doing the Aftermath any favors? The Aftermath Foundation any favors? Any favors? I can't even talk today. I'm so fired up. Biscuits are burning, guys. He just, and the more I listen to him, the more my biscuits burn. So I don't even know if I want to listen to him anymore. But yeah, you guys can go back and watch it. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And just seeing the doubling and tripling down, it's like, really? You know, really? I just have no words. Hey, pay me respect. And also, please pay my rent. Yeah. And yelling at people and being condescending and just downright nasty. Is that how to win friends and influence people? No, it's not. Ison, emotional intelligence, none detected at the 3 on the thumbnail. Yeah, none detected. And I do want to play something else while we're at it. Let me just sure I'm not missing a lot of stuff in the chat. All right, I'm just going to start some things and I'll get back to it. Blow Drill, good to see you. All right. Sorry about the silence, guys. Just going to start some things and then I want to show you, if you haven't seen it yet, Liz Gail had something to say, a little message to Stephanie Hutchinson, and I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it because I think she's right on. I think she is, this is what I would call righteous indignation. She's fed up and she's, talking back because there's no way this woman, Stephanie Hutchinson, thought this through. There's no way she has emotional intelligence to the degree of, being able to see, to read the room, to see what's really going on in this space, And I haven't seen her on YouTube much at all, except to pop into Mike Render's streams and suck up to him. Really, that's all I've seen of her on YouTube. I love Liz's short. Yeah, I'm gonna play that because it's so good. Okay, one sec, guys. Let me make sure it showed up. Okay. Let me know whether you can hear it when I press play.
The ex-Scientology community is messy, and I'm about to make it messier. This is a message for Stephanie. If you are not Stephanie, feel free to swipe along, or feel free to stick around while I give Stephanie a piece of my mind. Stephanie is one of the new board members on a foundation designed to help Scientologists who are recovering from leaving Scientology. Stephanie is a never-in. This means she was never in Scientology. However, she's been exposing the truth about Scientology for years. And I guess when she says exposing the truth, she means like writing articles like these. A basic hit piece, getting really upset with one of the largest born-in second-generation ex-Scientologists getting mad at him for, among other things, protesting, putting on a funny outfit when he was protesting, and some of the things that have happened in his personal life. And even though she was never a Scientologist, never experienced being a child growing up in Scientology, never experiencing any of it, she's put herself up as some sort of expert. Well, Stephanie, let's have a chat. Have you ever heard of cultural appropriation, Stephanie? Because what you're doing is you are coming into a community that you've never been in before or experienced personally, and you are telling its survivors how they can express themselves as a form of healing and processing. That's what you're doing. Are you aware that that's what you're doing? Because the culture is not defined by you. The culture is defined by people who have experienced it and now are getting to express themselves in a free and safe and uncult environment. And you're not the hall monitor here, okay? You're not our hall monitor. You don't get to tell us what we can say, how we can dress, how we can express ourselves, what information we can share, or anything like that. Because you know what that is? That's culty. That's culty. You, Stephanie, don't get to reinforce stereotypes. They're not your stereotypes to define. Back off. So if you want to be a part of the solution, sure, go ahead and educate others. But don't tell us who lived it, us who were there, how to express ourselves. And also, don't write an article saying how great someone is, like Alex, and then throw shade to other creators. It is actually really gross, and it makes Alex look bad, you look bad. It's just not a good look. Not a good look. Stop. So let's put it in Stephanie terms. Stephanie, this is from your bio, okay? Okay? You're a wonderful man. Do we tell you how to express your love and whether you can be with your husband or whether you have to define your relationship by our standards? No, we don't. Don't do that to us. Oh, and look, you're allowed to have moods, but other people aren't? What? Imagine if I came on and wrote a blog about how awful your expression was through your yarn and your cooking and your baking. How offensive would that be? And if you are vehemently opposed to Scientology and all it stands for, then don't act like an enforcer on other people. How about that? So you go on with your bad self, but get the fuck out of our way. And I mean that with as much petty anger as you see coming from me. Yeah, it's real. It's really how I feel. Because none of us who left Scientology and have the balls to speak out about it when they have our families and our PC folders, none of us need you to tell us how to be. I think I've made myself crystal clear here. The ex-Scientology.
Mic drop, mic drop. What can we say? Seal clap. Give her some seal claps and some, give her some love. Wow. What can I add to that? Just want to thank Liz for bringing up the yarn thing because I don't know, Stephanie is an insult to yarn. So just wanted to add that. Whoa, has it suddenly got hot around here? Yes, it has. Seal claps. Yeah. Wow. So much in there. So much. Yes, SPTV. All right. Love the emojis. Yeah, standing ovation. Liz, are you here? Literally, Lara. Yes, literally. That was brilliant. And, in all seriousness, everyone, I've been fairly new, right? I've only been around on the screen here for a year. And I've gotten to know a lot of these second gens, third gens, first, whatever gens. And one thing, and I don't want to get emotional because you know how I get emotional when I talk about the gems. One thing I've told them is I want to be a support to them. I don't ever want to get in their way. I don't want to be, I'm going to get emotional. I don't want to be a liability to them in any way. So, so I tell them, let me know if I overstep, you know. I do feel like I have a connection, kindred, spirit with them because I am a cult survivor, but I don't pretend to know what they've gone through. And I don't pretend to know Scientology. I don't pretend to know all of the ins and outs of the language, of all of the nuances, of the abuse, of all the history. I don't think anybody who hasn't experienced this could know. And again, I'm going to say this, and I've been saying this over and over and over and over, but never ends who even come at me asking me, oh, are you third party disconnected, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Just shut up because you don't know just stop. If you want to joke around about the language, go ahead. But don't come at people and preach to them using the language. Stephanie, she's, I thought what Jeff Augustine had to say on that stream that I showed yesterday was on point. And even though he's a never end, he corrected her. And he's like, this is not what I taught you. This isn't right. He said it over and over and over. This is not okay. This is not black PR. This is not what Aaron was doing was not black PR. What Aaron was doing was not dead agenting. Have the balls to come on a live with 386 people watching and answer some questions. I will send anybody a link right now that wants to come on and answer some questions. It's not easy. If you want to slink around in your little blogs and your little Discord and little chat rooms and come in my inbox and my email, that's just cowardly. Chris, you're being cowardly. I do commend you for mentioning William's name though, because that did take a lot of balls. Even though what you said was completely off, it's about time you mentioned some names, because all this little wishy-washy, it's not funny. It's not funny, and it's not okay. And to praise two people, which I did start something saying that Jeff Augustine is I'm sorry, yeah, that Jeff what's his name? Jeff Beaumont, PTS Jeff, great guy. I have no problem with him at all. Alex, I don't really want to discuss that, but if you are just praising two people while completely disregarding the work of an entire group of people, he never even said, I'm not talking about all protesters except for these two people that I'm praising. He never said that. He's just lumping them all into something. I watched so much on Easter, waiting to go to my daughter's. I watched so many streams. The day after, I watched all those streams. I didn't see anybody yelling profanities. I didn't see anybody doing what Chris Shelton is accusing them of doing. So, all right, I'm going to shake that off and see what you have to say about it. Wow, I didn't plan on getting on that tirade, but that burns my biscuits, guys. That really burns my biscuits. Okay, I got a lot starred. All right. We got heavy mess worker. They don't teach empathy or emotional intelligence on the Scientology communication course. Pretty much the opposite, in fact. I believe that. I believe it. One second, just trying to not get some of these I already. Okay, there's Child USA need to reevaluate all its board members. I agree with that. Yeah, I saw Rabbit's stream. I don't want to talk about the details of it. I don't feel qualified. And honestly, the details really, triggered me from some past experiences. So I'm not a social worker or a journalist. I'm not as you know from yesterday, I'm only legally blonde. That's all. I'm not, and it's not funny. I don't mean to make a joke of it, but yeah, I just think it's terrible. What this guy allegedly, I mean, I guess you got to say allegedly because it's still on in under investigation. So I don't want to speak too much to it, but I will say that it's absolutely disgusting that people can be on a board of Child USA, of even Aftermath Foundation, and have a history of either covering up crimes against children or knowing about them, not saying anything, just being complicit. It's just disgusting. And this lawyer, I mean, I'll go as far as to say that those alleged that alleged complaint or whatever, that I'd like to see him disbarred, and that's just my opinion. So yeah, that's all I really want to say about that. But yeah, then that's one reason why my heart's heavy. This is heavy stuff. And I don't pretend to know this community. I feel like there's a lot of complicated relationships, a lot of things that have gone down, and I just, as far as Chris goes, I'm just I'm just putting it up there for you guys to see where he stands, you know. Oh, not a, I mean, obviously I'm not talking about Chris saying anything about that case. I'm just saying in general, what he thinks about everyone who's, trying to appeal to him to cut the crap. Okay, so we got Blow Drill. Happy Sunday, Blow Drill. Good to see you. Stasia Flonase. Most groups started by men helping women and children turn out wrong. I hear you. I guess that was started by was it Marcy Hamilton as far as Child USA, but there are, yeah, I hear you though. I can see that in history. Blow Drill. That's not me on Chris Shelton's chat. Shelton has me blocked for no reason. Me too. And he doesn't even know. I don't think he really knows who I am, but yeah, me too. The day that I went on, I guess I was Facebook friends with him. He blocked me the day that I first went on Aaron's channel. Yeah. And that's really mature, isn't it? Really mature. And he's not about drama. Not about drama at all. I mean, I never did anything to the guy, but whatever. Fluffer Squirrel UK comment. I grew up on that saying and pretty sure it still affects me talking today. Can we not use that? Everyone should have their own. Well, the saying, pretty sure it still affects me. Okay, I'm not sure what the saying was. Everyone should have their own opinion. Onion? Sorry about that. I'm not sure what that meant. Please stand by for a quick sip of water. Blow drill? Yes, emotional intelligence is the ability to manage both your own emotions and understand the emotions of people around you. Yeah. And obviously it's called emotional intelligence, and that's the basic definition. There's a lot of other like nuances and layers to it. Not only, understanding people's emotions, but also being able to kind of the empathy comes into play, putting yourself in their shoes, understanding yourself. And actually I'll put that up and then I'll go back to the comments. So I got a couple of things to present. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Just got to get the right screen set up here. Okay. And this is what's called the mixed model, I guess is what it's called. Let me get the other thing I had. So this is from a Dr. Goleman who wrote the book. I think it was in the 90s or 2000s. I'm not sure. I do have a copy of it, Emotional Intelligence. And it says Goleman includes a set of emotional competencies within each construct of emotional intelligence. And this, again, is the mixed model. Emotional competencies are not innate talents, but rather learned capabilities that must be worked on and can be developed to achieve outstanding performance. Goleman posits that individuals are born with a general emotional intelligence that determines their potential for learning emotional competencies. So, and it has been criticized as being mere pop psychology, but I think it's worth visiting, and I think it's worth talking about, because I do see some parallels in some of the things we're talking about, and also I just, like I said, I like to talk about things that I'm kind of teaching myself, and I'm preaching to the choir here to myself. So I'm going to star Blow Drill. Thank you we should do a stream on this because you seem to have a lot of emotional intelligence. A lot more than me, that's for sure. Okay, so let me go back to my screen so I can read this. So emotional intelligence, it consists of self-awareness, empathy, motivation, self-regulation, and social skills. So I'm going to just read this thing that touches on each one of those, and then we can talk about it. Okay. The model introduced by Daniel Goleman focuses on emotional intelligence as a wide array of competencies, I can't even say it, and skills that drive leadership performance. Goleman's model outlines 5 main emotional intelligence constructs. 1, self-awareness, the ability to know one's emotions, strengths, weaknesses, drives, values, and goals, and recognize their impact on others while using gut feelings to guide decisions. 2, self-regulation. Self-regulation involves controlling or redirecting one's disruptive emotions and impulses and adapting to changing circumstances. 3, social skills, managing relationships to get along with others. 4, empathy, considering other people's feelings, especially when making decisions. 5, motivation, being aware of what motivates them. And I would even add being aware of what motivates you too. I'm always, doing some self-reflection. I'm like, what is my end game here? What is motivating me? What are my inner thoughts as to why I'm thinking this, feeling this way, or doing this thing. So, yeah. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about each one. I'm going to put this up here so I can see them. And, I always talk to myself doing this screen sharing stuff. Yeah. So if you have any comments or questions, I will try to get to them. Just going up, starting some more things. Jamie Steele, Marilyn, we're all here to listen. We all have our own minds to decide on what we think, but we keep coming back to you. Thank you. Thanks for listening. Yeah, take it for what it's worth and see what you think. I like to get your input, and I don't pretend to know really anything, but I just want to share with you what I'm kind of learning. What do you got? Stacia Flonase with the hell in the hand basket. I was always told I was going to hell in a hand basket, so it was really fun to make that emoji. Opinionated onion, receipts, biscuit, and the dung heap. Thank you. Okay. Mama's life. Here's Mama. Don't listen to the haters. You are great at what you're doing and clear on what you say. So, whoa, Mama. So, yeah, F them. Love you, Mama. You're great. Yeah, everybody better listen to Mama. That's what I'm saying. Oh, okay. Just stirring some things here. Brenda, they have no self-awareness at all. Chris Shelton's poster boy for the word oblivious. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like he just does not know how to read a room. His arrogance is really, I just bristle. I bristle at it. And yeah, it's like, know who you're talking to. Yeah, I guess we are knowing who we're talking to, and we don't want to talk to you, you know? Self-awareness is the ability to know one's emotions, strengths, weaknesses, drives, values, and goals, and recognize their impact on others while using gut feelings to decide to guide their decisions. So, if somebody is transparent and they're just like, listen, guys, I like. I'll use Aaron as an excuse, as an example. I don't know if you're still listening, Ron, but he says he's the world's worst procrastinator. He can be a little petty. He can be this. He can be angry, but he's aware. He's self-aware. He's aware of his weaknesses, right? I'm aware of my weaknesses. I can be very insecure. I can be kind of petty. I can be a little sarcastic sometimes to a fault. I can be very emotional to a fault, and I'm aware of that. And I do try to regulate that and keep myself in check. If there's no checks and balances on yourself, then unfortunately, you are going to run into a lot of opposition, right? If you have an unruly teen or somebody who, is antisocial, or somebody who just, commits crimes or whatever, eventually, the outside world is going to make a correction, right? I have to put this up. Degraded daughter. Rodney. Yeah, you having fun? Oh, Alicia, I put up the pictures of your puppies, but or the little babies and the mama, but I think that was a few days ago. So I think I need some new pictures if you still have them at home. And you are a cub, yay! You're a cub. That's right. I think I have some new members. Oh, Denise Dolphin gets a seal clap. Welcome. Thank you so much, Denise, for becoming a new member. I got a new cub. Yay. Absolutely awesome. Grandma Life is Grand. Welcome. Yay. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much, Grandma, for joining us. And anyone that's not a member, you're still one of my cubs. Why not? I love you all. I love you all. And you don't even have to join to get me to seal clap. Just put a seal in the thing. And YouTube has them. So yeah. Oh, crazy as an outhouse rat. Thank you so much. Loving all the new memberships. That's awesome. Appreciate that very much. Okay. Wow, a lot of comments today. Ison, comment, Marilyn, you are never sensational or do anything for clicks. You are reacting to us all and what is happening around us. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, honestly, I feel like I want to talk about what's important to you. Some things like, this thing that Robert presented last night, I would rather not talk about the details because again, I don't feel like I'm qualified, and it's just such a sensitive topic that's just it's not something I feel comfortable because it is triggering to me. But I'll talk about the reason why I can't talk about it. I do always want to be transparent as I can with y'all. And I know I'm not perfect. I know that I don't know. I'm learning, and I make a lot of mistakes, but hey, it's not all about me. It's all about this community. It's about doing the work, right? Doing the work, and being there for the survivors. And I don't feel like I can quote take down Scientology myself, but I'm hoping that just by keeping the my voice speaking out and keeping this channel going and talking to all of you and supporting this community, that's what I feel like I can do right now. One of these days I'll get to a protest, but Solicitous says, who cares who he is? He meaning Chris Shelton, needs to educate himself on the history of protesting. So disrespectful to not respect, protect, and support all protesters. I'm going to say that again for everyone in the back, people in the back. So disrespectful not to respect, protect, and support all protesters. Thank you so much for that. Solicitous, I totally agree. I agree. Oh, I think I already read that. Thank you, Blow Drill. I'm going to find your other comment that I wanted to read. Blow Drill, I had a phone conversation with Stephanie about her post a few months ago. It was awful and a precursor to the events that have transpired. I'm so sorry to hear that. She's obviously, tone deaf, not listening. And yeah, I think she's bringing it on herself. And I don't know all the details of what happened when Jeffrey Augustine tried to call her, but he considered her a friend. He said, whether him speaking out about it, ended that friendship, that's up to her. But I had to really commend him and I have respect for him for going to her, having it not go well, and say, that's it, I need to go public with this. And I know it must have been a hard thing to do, and I'm glad that he had the courage to do it and to name names and to bring the receipts. So, Liz Gale, Marilyn lets us be ourselves. She's so supportive of us, expressing ourselves whatever way we want, just like you love us for us. And we love you for you. You're not Stephanie, you're close to it. Thank you, Liz. Love you. It just makes me mad. And so I don't swear. I'll say it. It burns my biscuits that somebody like Stephanie could be, and I guess she's called herself the self-appointed liaison to the Never Ends. There is no such thing. There's no such thing. That's an insult. It's an insult to the ex-Scientologists, to the survivors, and it's an insult to Never Ends. You don't speak for me, Stephanie. You don't speak for a lot of us. As Liz said, back the fuck off and just cut the shit, because you are out of line, completely out of line. And I get that mama bear thing, like cut the crap. It's not cool, just not cool. So okay, here we go. Anna, hi there, Anna. Comment: advocacy for the victims should be the focus in any trauma survivors community, and I'm not seeing a lot of that from Chris Shelton or Mike, Mark, and Claire. I see that always from Aaron. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I agree with that. Aaron is there for the survivors. He is always showcasing their stories, supporting people that want to be in this space to tell their stories, and he's not such a kind of top down, I'm better than you. What you see is what you get. I've talked to him many times off screen, and he's the same person, and he does care. So I agree with that. Yeah. Brenda, Chris Shelton would run away with his tail between his legs if Will or any of the Squirrel Squad approached him in person. He saves his put downs for the safety of his studio where just him or groupies. Yeah. Yeah. And I won't even bother, going to he's having like some Q&A. I'm not encouraging anybody to even try to, ask him any questions, because I don't think he'll listen. I don't think that I think he'll just get defensive. But if you want to, you can, but I'm not encouraging it. I just I'm not gonna bother. But yeah, if he wants to do a face-to-face live, I'll do that. I sure as heck would do that. Blojo, being able to exhibit compassion and empathy for another's point of view. At the very least, leading with acceptance and understanding of where another is coming from. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. And even Chris and Stephanie. I mean, Chris is a survivor, and I do have compassion for what he's gone through, but it stops with him lashing out at a whole group of people, protesters that are trying to help, um, and just being very condescending, and I know better. And there was a part of that, and I had stopped the screen because I just couldn't listen anymore. But if you go back and look at it, there's a part of that he says, and then, he's joking, but he's like, "You don't have the rank," you know. And then his wife, is it Melissa? Melissa said, "Well, you have the degree." He. Whether that's a real degree or not, I don't know. I'm inclined to think that it's not. I think that Joseph J. Joseph's law degree is probably just as valid as Chris Shelton's psychology degree. So him saying things like "you don't have the rank," it's just so wrong. It's like he could be kidding, but I don't think he is. I think those things just come out of his mouth because he's not self-aware and he's not empathetic. He's not thinking. He can't read the room. I don't know. It's just, I think people vote with their eyeballs and they vote with their money, and he's going to be hard pressed to pay his rent if he treats people like that. That's all I got to say about that. So I'm on a rant today. Sorry about that, guys. um, Ice, uh, Ison, comment: none of them would come on to face questions. They prefer to sit there and be the real keyboard warriors, complaining about how others doing something and blocking people who question. I hear ya. Okay, I'm going to go into the live chat because I know I'm missing so many questions today. Oh, they're still here. Alicia, degraded daughter, they're still here trashing my place. Oh yeah, I have 2 puppies in the house, and woke up this morning and the kitchen was just destroyed. I don't know where they get things. I mean, we have the trash cans covered and they just find stuff to rip apart. It's just unbelievable. It just is. Cass 1954 comment, to make an impact for things to change, it takes a variety of styles of deliveries. If you want to reach the greatest number of people, you need to use a variety of methods. Yes, amen to that. This is a Sunday sermon. That's so true. I mean, everybody has their own style. And I don't think anybody was attacking Alex's work. I mean, he does good work, but just to say this is the way it's done, and anybody else that does it any other way is wrong, and doesn't have the even the rank to we don't know who we're dealing with here. We don't know anything about Scientology, and we don't even have the rank to question. It's like wow. Buckled up Buttercup. Hey there. Shelton does not seem to understand the current protests are focused on keeping people from getting sucked in and getting children out, and exposing LAPD corruption. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And they are talking to current Scientologists, former Scientologists. They're getting the word out. They're on screen, and it's happening all over the world, and if there's anybody that doesn't know out there that Scientology is a cult, they'll probably find out very soon. And we have all of these protesters to thank for that, I believe, and the streamers. So we got some seal claps. Love it. Oh, we still have Jeffrey Augustine up there, right? He got his own emoji. That's right. If you guys have any more, I didn't put up a new emoji today. As I said, I was a little bit of a hot mess. I do have some pictures. I do have some photos to show you, but what the actual I gotta ask Nora about this. Oh my God. Anna says Chris Shelton told Ono Nora to not write a book because he had already said everything important in his book. You know what? I believe it. I believe it. Mm. Adrian, no one's perfect in this world, and I love the SBTV community and all the different perspectives and personalities. Agreed. I agree with that. Yeah. Buckled up Buttercup, thank you to all the protesters from those of us who can't manage it ourselves. Thanks to all the content creators on YouTube. Thank you so much for that. And yes, I thank all the protesters because I live in the sticks. I really can't get out there right now, but I can support them and any way I can. No, I can. Artex, the stupid heart. Hey, happy National Beer Day. All right then. It's a little early for beer, but yeah, I can do a tea toast. Teetotaler, a tea toast. Be National Beer Day. Let's do it. We can do a Zeno Marlene. How's that? And if you got your morning coffee or your afternoon scone or piece of cake or a chiclet or a Tic Tac, anything, you can partake. Cheers. Cheers. Zena Marlene, everybody. All right. Where did it go? Clicking. Okay. There it is. Right. We got Sinkay comment. You're so kind and a perfect person to help all of those who have come out, a call, and other stuff. Thank you. And I love this community. I know there's so many supportive people, and we can do it together, right? Because we all have each other's backs. And I feel like I've been shown so much kindness and understanding in this space because there, there isn't a door of hope recovery space anywhere on the internet. I have I do talk to some of the survivors of my tiny cult once in a while. But it's been tough because we all kind of scattered. We don't live near each other. And I'm the only one that really stayed within a, you know, 5-10 mile radius of Door of Hope because it was so traumatizing. I think people just wanted to get away. So I really appreciate being able to talk to people who understand, because even people in my quote in real life, I don't talk about it a lot because it's awkward because they don't always understand what I'm talking about. So I really appreciate everybody in here. I'm gonna put this up. MJ, what the hell is Claire thinking? I've thought that too. I'll be honest. For some reason, I expect more from her than the others. I can't stand the way her husband talks to her, and I had to stop watching them a long time ago. I hear that. I do wonder so much, so much, so often. What is she thinking? She's the president of the Aftermath Foundation, and I'm not seeing a lot of presiding. I'm seeing more of her kind of hiding, and Mike Rinder seems to be the puppeteer and pulling the strings. That's just my opinion, but I think there's a lot of evidence of a lot of evidence. Um, Willa Key Hillebrand comment, dear Marilyn, thank you for always providing a safe space in sometimes painful times where old wounds are ripped open by people with no emotional intelligence. Just opinions you tell them. Thank you. Thank you so much. We got Crow Red Eyed. I have a cousin and a different friend whose lives were trashed by Scientology in the 1970s. Stephanie will never be my liaison. No, you don't need a liaison. Nobody does. We're our own people, Yeah. Just so you know, Marilyn, keep up the good work. Obviously, the X Gems are comfortable here because they're always popping in. I love that. Yes, I love that the gems pop in and out. Just checking in, kind of like my kids do, I love it. And I do want this to be a comfortable space. I really do. Quirkalopagus. Here is a racism, something about fuck off into the forever. Yep. I'm feeling that this morning. I'm feeling that too. Mischief question. Why would he listen when he knows it all? I hear you. It's sad. It really is sad. Boudreaux, when we can't meet people where they are at, healthy boundaries and distance are the safe options for healing. Absolutely agree with that. Yeah, you got to take care of yourself, set up boundaries, and if you need space, you need space. And I don't call that disconnection, I mean, I'm not really one to speak to it, but I have read LRH's policies, and I think that certain terms are thrown around too much. I was asked this week if I was disconnecting from somebody. I'm like, no, I don't believe in that, and I don't believe in suppressive people or disconnecting and, connected to suppression and PTS, all that stuff. No, I don't believe in it. So in my call, it was called breaking fellowship. You were basically shunning somebody, and the only way that they could get back into the quote fold was to do this whole series, kind of like the what is it, A to J or A to E or something like that steps. Um, yeah, you had to basically grovel and agree with all the dogma and go around and make amends or make it right with everybody. You had to repent and basically check your mind in at the door and come back in. And I got to the point where no, I couldn't do it anymore, especially for my children, for their mental health and for their life, so they could have freedom. Oh. Okay. Oh, we got Triple H. Hey, Heather. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. You are our voice. If you don't discuss these topics, there's no checks and balances to what's going on in this community. Yeah, and everyone does have a voice. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I do try to let people have a voice, and I don't think I'm your voice. But I get what you're saying. I appreciate that. I really do. I don't consider myself a liaison or a representative. I'm just one of literally thousands and thousands of never ends. There's other creators in the space, such as Poe on the Go and others who are never ends that are here as a support. And yeah, I do want to give everyone that I can a voice, and I appreciate your feedback. So. Blojo says Chris Shelton and the Aftermath had suddenly reunited. If some of us repeated what Claire Hadley said about him, I wonder if it would change their new reformed relationship. I get what you're saying. Yeah, and the same goes for Claire and the other OGs. They're what they have said about Alex, their opinion of Alex, and their opinion of Chris Shelton. I think it would change if they knew what had been said about them. So yeah, I think that meaning if Chris Shelton and Alex knew what the OGs really thought of them. I think the reason it's changed, and I'm just going to put this out there, I could be wrong, is I think that they are using, maybe it's a Scientology thing. I don't know. It could be a antisocial kind of, yeah, I don't know. It's a thing that I'm seeing this pattern that certain people in this space have used others to for their agenda, to get them to do things that are good, for them. Whether it be things like technical stuff, editing, anything that they feel is useful to them that makes them look good, having certain people on their channel to save point or whatever they call it. I think once Alex and maybe even once Chris Shelton is no longer used to them, I think they'll be kicked to the curb too. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. And it's based on some experience. Even with Mike Rinder, I showed you those emails, those receipts. Once he realized that he couldn't get me to, he couldn't convince me that he was 100% right, he kicked me to the curb. Said that, and the way he said it was really mean. And he did say that that was a weakness of his, treating people like that. So maybe there was a glimmer of self-awareness, but I think he needs some more. He needs some more self-awareness. Oh, absolutely. Laurie Plays. I should change my name to Laurie Plays. Yeah, Bachelor of Arts, that's called, to show off my actual degree. Go for it. I think you should. Yeah, Duncan enjoyed doing, well, he has about a BA too in marketing or something in business. I think he has a business degree, which, he does use it, I guess. But, yeah, he liked being Joseph J. Joseph Esquire. ESQ, right? We got Elisa 1704. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm always so impressed with your honesty and your courageous good heart. Please always stay with your instincts. They are excellent. I just adore you. Thank you so much, Elisa. And thank you. I have a hard time. I have a hard time accepting those, and I wouldn't have read it if it wasn't a super chat. But I really appreciate that. And that's something that I really want to be mindful of. And like I said, I'm teaching myself these things about the self-awareness. That thing really, really stuck out to me as far as, components of emotional intelligence. Again, ability to know one's emotions, strengths, weaknesses, drives, values, and goals, recognize their impact on others while using gut feelings to guide decisions. And I think that's valid. And also working on my social skills, working on, empathy, knowing what motivates me and knowing what motivates you. And I think that, even though I've been accused of drama, been accused of this channel being gossip, I've been accused of all of that, there's plenty of things that I don't talk about because I am using discretion. But the thing is, I know that you all are motivated by a sense of justice, by a sense of empathy, by a sense of outrage over the abuses of cults, particularly Scientology. So I know that that's what motivates us all. And that's what I want to foster. And sometimes we stumble a little bit. We stumble over some of these issues in the community. And I'm not going to just shove things under the rug. When things come up in my family, again, I talk about them. And there's some things that are appropriate to talk about, some things aren't. But if I can't talk about it, I'll most likely tell you why I can't. So, Airdrie, yes. Oh, Nora said he told her he wrote the book. Was he Jesus? I mean, come on. Ugh. That's just, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say to that. I remember Nora saying that. Wow, that's just ridiculous. Um, Artax, the stupid horse. Have you ever watched the Jerry Armstrong responses to all these people? I have heard of Jerry Armstrong. No, I haven't. And I think I heard he has a channel. I'll have to look that up. Scientology off the rails. Anna, what do you mean? How did he skip the bachelor degree? Is that true? I don't think it's possible. People usually just put their highest degree initials after their name. So is that what he's doing? We have talked about that before. It's, I think he took an online course. No, he doesn't have a bachelor's degree. He doesn't. It's some kind of certificate from a UK. It's called a master's, but it's not technically a master's or something like that. Not sure. I'm not educated enough to know about all that stuff, but it is a little sus, as my kids would say. It's a little sus. Jamie said people forget protesters are not there to save OSA, security, or body routers. They don't see normal Scientologists ever. Protesters' goal is to stop them from recruiting, period. Got it. Yeah. Right. And his YouTube channel was counted as university credits. Other people have explained it better. Yeah. There's a lot to it, I guess. We got Raymond. Raymond. Okay. Sorry if you're hearing my phone go off. Catherine Miller, Marilyn, you hold space for all of us, but especially second chance. Yeah. They're where my heart's at, I have to say. Cast 1954, self-appointed, sure, says a lot about Stephanie's ego. Yeah. Yeah, I think you can see some cautionary tales and some behaviors in this space. And I did put Mike Rinder on the thumbnail also because I think that he lacks the emotional intelligence, and maybe he could, learn a little bit from reading that book, I guess. All right, I'm just looking for some more comments and questions. Just trying to catch up here, guys. Let me go back into the start. Fluffer Squirrel UK comment. It was regarding the better to stay silent and let people think you're stupid rather than open your mouth and prove them right. In my opinion, it's better to voice our opinions. People can decide for themselves. There you go. That's fair. That is fair. Constant June comment. When Confident Chris was walking with Kay's in the house Friday, Chris told Kay, I don't know what else to do. All I can do is come out here. She told him, you're doing it. My heart felt for them. Yeah, I love that. Just being there, right? Sometimes just being there, just holding space is all you can do, right? And yeah, I think that sometimes that's all, is needed. So knowing that you have someone that cares, whether you know what to say, whether you know what to do, or how to help. I think just being there is a help. So, all right. Brenda said, "I have more empathy for Mike Rinder than Chris Shelton." Uh, Chris Shelton. Scientology, Rinder probably fears for himself legally and trying to protect himself anyway he thinks he can. Yeah, I respect that. That's an opinion. Everyone's entitled. I'll read out any opinion as long as it's respectful. Absolutely. All right. Um, Nana's Ranch Streets was curious about the cult and being a pest, but went nuclear after that. Not sure what that's in reference to, but I read it. I'll read. I'll read pretty much anything. Um, Early riser, hi there. Mark and Claire created a successful business venture and then invited Mike Render into the group. I see Mark, Claire, Mike Render, and Leah, well-to-do anti-Scientology, and they exhibit an elitist attitude. Yeah, I think you're right. That last part of it, I've seen it. Definitely seen it. Keela McDonald, comment, Marilyn, thank you for everything you do in this community. You hold space for this entire community. There are reasons there are ex-Scientology and never ends. We're all in this together. Yes. Yes, we are all in this together. I agree with that. Thank you so much for that. Oh, I can't. I can't. I get really embarrassed. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. Brenda, Marilyn, you're so right. Look how they kicked Aaron to the curb. They so misjudged that through Scientology, they needed Aaron, just too arrogant to realize it. Yeah, they've made so many mistakes. It's like, oh, oh my goodness. Why can't they just listen a little bit? I don't know. Nikolai Youngson, is that how it's spelled? How it's pronounced? Comment. Something I most of all sense is if someone is genuine and honest in what they do or say. SBTV, people like Marilyn speak from their hearts. Make render, not sure who SC. Make render and come from their wallet. Oh, from their wallets. Got it. Yeah. It's really sad. What can I say? By Rogal comment, the drama comes from those who think that they only have the right to say anything and that, oh yeah, only they have the right to say anything. And what they say is the truth. You brought up receipts to show otherwise. Yeah, I hate to do that, but there's been a few times where I've been called a liar too. And also I feel like, the emails from Mike Rinder, I only shared a small fraction, but because he was basically wearing the hat of someone on the Aftermath Foundation board and was speaking for the board, then I felt like it was fair use to talk about it, especially when things were were getting heated, and I was being called a liar. So, yeah. Sophia, you got out of a cult in 2 years after your child got targeted. I get emotional when I think about that. Your child got targeted and worked on having a sincere relationship with all your children in the brain fog of mind control. Don't sell yourself short, Mama Bear. Thank you so much for that, Sophia. And yeah, I guess you know me. It did take 2 years to get out, and I always regret that, but my kids have been very forgiving, and I really try to listen and to treat them like people. And it is a brain fog. It really is. It's taken a while. It's taken a while. Just going down the line here, just trying to catch up. And I want to show you those pictures. Yes, Dianetics. Did not see this. Oh, you didn't? It's Dianetics. That was her parody. And I've got a feral Cheryl and a clown. I call him CS Clown. And who else did I put? Oh, Jeffrey Augustine. That was really fun. Cami, comment, you may not put words into others' mouths, but you represent in a respectful way. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Cami. I appreciate that. And I've gotten to know a lot of you, even parasocially, right? And I'll tell you something. Some of you who've been with me from the beginning, have talked to me about things and said, "Hey, in a respectful way that I can receive it. If you come at me, call me toxic, I'm probably gonna put up a wall, or if you come at me with something that's gonna super trigger me. But constructive criticism, I really do welcome it. I really do. And that's why I read all the comments. Very, very, very rare that I've deleted a comment on the videos after the stream. Because yeah, unless I'm being called names, I welcome it. I really do. So, oh, we got a relentless Viking. Hi, welcome. So glad you're here. I have a new cub. Yay. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate that. I get so excited. I can't help it. Did I say hi? Did I say thank you to you, Alicia? Elisa, just in case. Elisa 1704. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate that. Kate D. comment, there's hope for ex-Scientologists in the US, but where I live, you are the hope. Because, mental health is not important in my country, so no therapy. Really? I'm not sure where you live. That's terrible. That's got to change, right? I said, comment, not to forget the victim who got re-traumatized in this case, who complained and leaked the document, is friends with Mike Rinder, and yet he preferred to keep quiet. Yeah, I think you're talking about the case that Rabbit did a stream on. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you go watch Rabbit stream from yesterday. Yeah, if that's the case, I mean, I believe you. Mike Rinder, what can I say? Like I said in the beginning, I don't think he should be on any of these boards. I think that the other lawyers should be off. I think that, yeah, it's just not right. It's just, ugh. It just makes me feel literally sick. Seriously. It's just got to stop. Just yucky. Just so you know, somebody gifted me a membership yesterday, but I didn't see it until the stream was over. That's okay. Wanted to thank them, whoever gave. Thank you so much. Oh, speaking of giving memberships, oh my God. Petrus Pedersen gifted 5 membership. Thank you so much. And I'll even clap if you guys aren't joining, but I just can't help it. I just got to seal clap. Thank you so much, Petrus. Appreciate that. I get 5 more cups. Yay. Okay. Sophia, what do they expect? Stop Scientology by just ex-Scientologists with enough trauma, according to them, protesting and talking about the not so good old times. There's not enough of those. Yeah. And speaking of that, that was another clip I was going to show, but I just honestly, guys, I got so disgusted. I just had to shut off. I just had to shut that off. The Chris Shelton thing. He makes another joke about the, trumping up Alex, how great he is. He's not the only one protesting in Paris. Just saying. But he said something like, "Oh, there might be a Tom Cruise sighting." Yeah, because it's all about Tom Cruise, right? Just pot or kettle, guys. Pot or kettle. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Brenda said, Jeff is great. Chris Shelton. One thing I agree with you. Why can't they just praise who they like? Why the need to belittle everyone else? Right. BTS Jeff's great. Exactly. And it would be like me saying like William Good and just listing off maybe 2 or 3 of the protesters and everybody else is just crap. That's not okay. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. Anna, comment. Steph, I'm just reading them ahead of time because sometimes I don't understand what they're saying, but this is a good one. A lot of them are. Oh, they're all good. They're all good. Comment. Stephanie, in my opinion, is even worse than Chris Shelton. He was abused in this cult. He has feelings about all of this. She's in no position to say any of this. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. And yeah, I wouldn't have said anything about Chris if he didn't attack the protesters because that was just out of control. It really was. Okay. I think I'm going to wind down soon. We've been going for over an hour. Thank you all who been here. Let's see if there's any last minute comments. Yeah, Nikolai Youngson comment. I would like to state that no matter what degree you have or not, it is still your actions, how you treat others, how you lead by example, not titles can replace common sense and empathy. That says it all. That says it all. Thank you so much for that. And that in a nutshell, that to me, that's what defines emotional intelligence. That to me is it. Yeah. Early riser, all I can say is Chris gets less than 50 views on a live stream after all these years. Yeah. He would say that there's only probably only a few people that really value the truth. I would say that he alienated a lot of people, and yeah, that's why I don't watch him anymore because his attitude and his actions are just a turnoff. And I got sick of the arrogance and I just didn't want to tune into him anymore. And that's just my personal opinion. I would never tell anybody to unsubscribe or not watch anybody, That's just my own personal opinion. Ison says, comment, my uncle is kind of like Chris Shelton, bragging with certificates and no emotional intelligence whatsoever. My dad always called him educated, ignorant. I hear you. I hear you. Still clap. Yes, thank you so much for the memberships. Thank you so much. Oh, there's Kanini. Hey, SBTV. Yes, we got a new emoji. I love that one. That makes me think of our Kelly Copter. We did a stream the other day about old TV commercials, and it was really fun. And I made it that day, specifically for that. Of course, I'll keep it forever. And it reminds me, I've been promising Aaron I would send that to him. And also reminds me that Kelly Copter will be landing in America within the next week or so. And she did a stream the other day celebrating 15,000 subs, and she did share her information if anyone wants to help her with expenses for her trip. That would be greatly appreciated. No pressure at all, but I told her she better put up her PayPal, and she did. I begged her. I'm like, come on, you got to do that because it's expensive to come over. She does have her plane ticket paid for, but there's a lot of other expenses. So just thought I'd put that out there just because I thought about our Kellycopter. I can't wait to see her. She's coming to see me for a week. Yes, after she goes to the to Clearwater. So, oh hey Susie. Oops, you there? Yes, Kellycopter's amazing. Hey Susie, great to see you. And this is Susie's channel if you want to check it out. Or I love her channel. It's But First Coffee, Susie Oberholtz. Love it. Okay. Stasia Flonase. Okay. Today we take Chrissy's advice. Who's Chrissy? Oh, I thought you meant Chris Shelton. No. No sweet songs about Scientology. No F Sciento. No mini streets. No mini streets. No literally anyone. Literally Serge and Michael. No door attack failures. No black socks missing. No Aaron. No Mama Bear. Yeah, that would be really sad. It'd be a sad world. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, not having any of that. Yes, we love Kellycopter. I'm sure she'll see this replay. Yeah. Jesse Kane, 20 to 30 years ago, this term did not exist. I'm old school on this. You either have control of your emotions or you don't. It implies that you think with emotions. If you do, you're out of control. Yeah. Yeah, and to me, it's definitely about emotions, but it's also to me, it's like than more than emotions because emotions do drive behavior very very often. And sometimes your feelings about something, your perceptions and your perspective about something can be driven by your emotions. And I think having the right balance of being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes and understand where they're coming from starts with emotional intelligence. For me, at least, it does. It does. Okay. Yes, how flipping boring life would be with all this awesomeness. Yes, it does. It does make things much more fun. Yeah, you can't take yourself too seriously, right? It's good to have a sense of humor. Really is. Okay, I'm going to show you some pictures. Let's get these up. This is always so much fun. Gotta just set that up real quick. Gotta find the fur babies. Yay, it's my favorite part. Okay. Now this little girl, I think, is this is Maple. And this little Maple belongs to Julia, who sent this in. Julia said this was 2 minutes after Julia had put all of Maple's toys away and left the room. And 2 minutes later, she came back and all the toys were strewn all over the place again. I love it. And Maple's just laying on top of one of them. This is totally what Rocky and Paula would do too. So that's Maple. And next, okay. This was sent in several weeks ago. This is rough. I've been putting off putting these up, but Cami sent these in, and I'm gonna honor her by putting these up. But these are some fur babies that went over to the Rainbow Bridge, and it's really sad. I just want to I'll show them because she had sent them to me to show. So the first one is Oh, sorry. See if I can get it right. Oh, what happened? What happened? Not sure what happened. That's I gotta find it, guys. Sorry about that. I have no idea what I did here. Okay, that one is this one did not go over the Rainbow Bridge. This is Ison from Ison. This is Blackie pretending that he's invisible. Look, if you see him, can you see those eyes? So, so, so cute. So cute. Okay, let me try that. Oh, I see Ison. She looks cute. That's enough excuse. Oh, Maple's sleeping beside me, snoring now. Aw, I love that. Okay, let me try this again. See if I can get the other fur babies that I had. Oh, it says messages are missing. I guess I'll have to show them next time. I don't know what happened. Somehow they got erased. But yeah. Okay, so I guess this time we just see Blackie and Maple, but I will get those other ones to you. I don't know what I did. All right, guys. Oh, he did? Oh, Blackie? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sending you love. I still think about mine that I lost. Yeah. Hey, Amy. I'm winding down, but you can see the replay. But yeah, I'm glad you popped in. Thanks for being here, Blow Drill. You always contribute so much. And like I said, I don't like to say the word demon, but you got my demons. Good to see you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And I think Natalie's live. I want to go over and probably lurk on there while I get some things done. Oh, he was 19 years old. He was the bat. Oh, Blackie. Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a great day. And I am going to set up the outro here. And thank you all for being here. Bye. Talk to you soon. Zenu, Marlene, everybody partake. Cheers. This is good coffee. This is why, my hubby makes the coffee.